Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Tuesday at 2. I'm William Davis. We're here in the Peggy V. Helmerich browsing room. This program is designed to encourage students to experiment with the latest software and technology. We want to make sure students have the opportunity to develop proficiency with all these tools and develop proficiency for their careers at OSU and beyond. Tech Tuesday will meet here in the browsing room every first Tuesday of the month. Last year, we learned about GIFs, photography, and a little bit of virtual reality. If you missed any of these programs or just need a refresher, you can find all of them on ostate.tv or on the library's website by going on there and searching for previous Tech Tuesday events. Today, though, we're going to learn about the brand new vlogging kits that are available downstairs in the Edmund Lowe Creative Studios in room 105. Presenting today is Nina Thornton, the library's own multimedia producer. Afterwards, we'll take questions from the audience. If you're watching online through the live stream, you can submit your questions through Twitter using the hashtag LibTech2s. After we are done with questions, we'll actually draw for prizes, including today's grand prize, a DJI Osmo 2 gimbal, one of the main components of the kit you'll see today. So whoever wins gets to go home and get right to vlogging. If you haven't already filled out your entry form, make sure you do that. A friendly member of our staff can help you with that. But without further ado, here's Nina Thornton.
Hey everybody, how are ya? Are we ready to vlog? Definitely. Yeah, I have a in the back. It's okay. We're going to get you there today. Okay? So welcome to Vlog It Out at Tech Tuesday at 2. Thank you guys so much for joining me. What we are going to cover today is getting started. So some of the basic best practices that you'll need to know if you want to get started with a vlog. Some of the tech tools of the trade. So kind of what are the basics that you will need as far as tech goes. And then we're going to look at what I call technical assistance. I'm going to show you how to use the pieces of equipment here that you can check out, as William said, in Tech2Go downstairs at the Edmund Lowe Creative Studios. So definitely keep that in mind. The things that I'm going to show you today through technical assistance and show you how to use them, including our gimbal, can be checked out for up to 3 days in Tech2Go. You just need your student ID. Okay? Let's get started. So these are some stats for you. I know we all love stats. So this board is here to basically emphasize that video is king. We've all heard this. Video content is where it's at. People will purchase things with more confidence. If you have a video, you retain more information if it is given to you in video. People will more likely watch a video than read a blog, okay, or read an article. So they really want to consume that video content. Let's go right into best practices for a vlog. Does anyone here have a vlog already? Good place to start. Love it. So best practices. The first one is have a plan and a core message, okay? So by have a plan, what I mean is jot down some bullet points. Know what you're going to say, okay? Have an idea of what you want that core message to be within your video. So you have plenty of time to do multiple videos. Stick to one core message, okay? And also front load your video with important information. So bring that something that is going to wow your audience. Give them what you're going to be talking about. Wow them within the first 5 seconds and they'll stick with you, okay? An audience member will know immediately if they want to stick with you in video vlogs. Keep it short. Keep it short and simple, okay? That one's pretty self-explanatory. Your audience will love you, but they won't want to stick with you all day. My suggestion is that it's under 3 minutes, okay? Make your video under 3 minutes. There's some variation there. Some say 2, some say 4. So I'm just going to go with a happy 3. Your audience needs to see you and hear you clearly. Just like front-loading that information, a viewer is going to stick with you within the first 5 seconds if they like what they see. If they cannot see you, they're not going to stay there. If they cannot hear you, they're not going to stay with you. So you definitely want to make sure that you are well lit and you can clearly be heard. Create a community with engagement. So a vlog is really there to engage with your viewers. Whether you're live or you're just uploading a video, either way, you're creating a community. You want your viewers to feel appreciated, give them love back, okay? If you happen to be live, acknowledge your viewers. Call them out by name. They love it. Make sure that you are answering the questions as they come in. Now, if you just upload your video, which is great as well, make sure that when they are commenting, like on YouTube, leave a comment in the questions below. Make sure you're getting back to them, okay? Answer their questions. Show them some love. Let them know that you hear them and create that viewer community. Know when to sign off. If in your head you say, I don't know where to go next, it's okay to thank your viewers and just sign off, okay? There are moments where you want your audience to see something and then you don't have to talk them through that. You just want them to experience what you experience all around you. That's great, but there's a purpose. If you don't know where you're going to go with words, or if you don't know where you're going to go with your video and what you're showing people, it's okay to sign off, okay? Before live or upload, so we know that if we're not found on the internet, if you can't Google and bring up your video, then it doesn't matter how wonderfully charming you are, okay? So what you'll want to do is get to know tags or keywords, okay? Also, your title and your description in your video is going to be very important. So we all know what a title is. It's the title to our video. What is the video called? Make sure that that title includes something relevant to what's actually in your video. So like today, vlogging is in the title. Description, a good description will pull some of those keywords from those messages and allow your video to be more discoverable. And keywords or tags are what Google uses and other search engines use to find you, okay? So make sure you have relevant keywords, relevant tags, so that when people are searching for things, then they can discover you, okay? Pair it and share it. So a lot of vloggers pair their vlogs with another form of media. If you're on Instagram, you have a ton of photos. Go ahead and pair that with a vlog. It'll go further. When you establish an audience with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, if we're still on Facebook, yes. Facebook or one of your other social media channels like Blogger, go ahead and pair that with a vlog. It'll get more reach, it'll get more following, and you'll be able to link to other sources. That's your stuff, making you more discoverable with search engines. Makes sense. Okay. Tech tools of the trade. These are some of the basic things you will need to start off with. Again, every one of these can be checked out downstairs in various forms. So, of course, some sort of camera, DSLR, cell phone, GoPro, pick your poison, okay? As long as it can record video. Microphones, again, see clearly, hear clearly. You're going to want to use some sort of mic, okay? And we'll talk about those. Lights, this again, see clearly. You want to be able to be bright enough that you have clear video. Normally, in your home, it's going to be very dark. Using a window for light instead of having some of these external lights also helps. So just make sure that your video is bright, okay? A tripod or something to stabilize yourself, because the quickest way to lose a viewer is to make them feel like they're in an earthquake, unless that's what you want them to feel like. Know the rules and then break them. Background. So you may want the background to be a wall of your house. You may want your background to be the street you're walking down, because you're walking down the street talking on one of our gimbals. But you also may want to use a green screen. And actually, one of our previous Tech Tuesdays, Blake Shy from ITLE teaches you how to do make video on a green screen. Check that out if you're interested in a green screen. So you can totally do that too. And editing software. It really depends on how much you want to get into the editing portion. You can go live on one of the social media channels, and you don't need to do any editing, just a start and a stop. But if you really want to get into some of the finer details of video work, editing software is a great way to start. And again, we have Final Cut and Premiere downstairs in the MNLO Creative Studio, so you should check those out. So cameras. Let's talk a little bit about some of the cameras that you can use. We have DSLRs downstairs, but for this, we're going to use our cell phones because they're always on us. With a DSLR, I just want you to make sure that you have a flip screen. So with vlogging, you're going to be in front of the camera, okay? You're not going to be able to see what's behind the camera unless you have that flip screen that you can flip out. That is incredibly useful for vlogging, okay? When we talk about cameras and vlogging, what we're really talking about is that your audience lives inside of that camera, okay? So one of the things I like to tell folks when they're talking directly to the camera, we have that flip screen that comes out. You can see yourself, and you're naturally attracted to looking at yourself. You're like, oh my gosh, how's my hair? What am I doing? This is great. It really is very noticeable if you are looking at yourself. So what I like to tell people is imagine a little person sitting on your camera lens with their feet dangling off, just saying hello to you. I want you to talk to that person, okay? Talk directly to your audience. They are behind that camera or in that camera, okay? Let's talk about framing, okay? We have something called the rule of thirds. It is not something to live and die by, but it is something with composition, with photo and video that you're going to hear a lot of. What this means is that there are 4 PowerPoints or 4 places that a viewer's eyes naturally go within your frame, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. It cuts the screen into thirds, okay? So when you're talking directly to the camera, the main goal, without going too far into it, is that your eyes should be on that top line in one of those PowerPoints or between those 2 PowerPoints on the top, okay? That is good framing for center third, okay? Now we also talk about headroom, and that's what it looks like vertically, because a lot of you are going to start vertically, which is great. Again, same PowerPoints, 1, 2, 3, and 4, keeping the eyes around that top line. Thanks, Jones, for the photos. We're also going to talk about headroom, okay? That is easily the space between the top of the head and the top of the screen. Headroom, okay? What you want to do is have some headroom, okay? Not too much, not too little, but if you have the eyes on that third line, okay, that top line on those PowerPoints, you are probably going to achieve decent headroom, okay? Just moral of the story, don't cut off somebody's head. Let's talk about audio. We have a couple of different microphones downstairs. This is one of them. There are certain microphones that are going to work with your cell phones, and certain microphones that are not going to work with your cell phone. The one that we have downstairs is a lapel or a lavalier microphone. This end, obviously, hooks into your phone, okay? Only hook in one way. this is the part that you speak into. This has a windscreen on it, which is this little fuzzy ball, okay? That is very, very beneficial. This protects you from wind, okay? And of course, in Oklahoma, we are always trying to protect ourselves from wind in our audio. So you want to make sure that that is on. This is called a windscreen, okay? These do have them downstairs. So they do have them on there downstairs. So the best place to put this is just using your hand, your middle finger, just put that under your chin right here. And I apologize, microphone. And then at the base of your palm, right here, that's where that microphone should go. So the one that I have on today. So again, put it right under your chin, look forward, and at the base, right at your palm, go ahead and put it right here. That's the optimal place for a lavalier microphone to go, okay? This is also going to be your best choice if you're walking down the road. It's going to bring the microphone a little bit closer to your mouth compared to one of these. This is what we call a unidirectional mic, which means it has one direction. So the pickup pattern, getting very technical, is just here in front of it. It will not catch any sounds on its sides. It picks up in a straight line, okay? So imagine the difference between you standing wanting to record your singing voice or pointing this directly at a bird in a tree that you want to catch, okay? You don't want all the other noise. You just want that bird. But if you're singing, you want to be able to move that microphone wherever, and it picks you up, okay? One of the round mics like that. You can also use your cell phone, or I'm sorry, your Bluetooth headsets. Those are really awesome. That way you don't have to connect into anything on your phone, and actually gives your gimbal a little bit more freedom to move. But we'll look at that too. So, lights. Very important. The 3-light setup is a traditional setup for lights that we use for video and photos. What it involves is a light here, and a light behind you. That's a lot of work. I don't want to give you all that much work. This is a ring light, okay? This ring light is, can be found downstairs again. This is actually really cool because it provides a nice even light that will eliminate some of the shadows, and it's actually quite flattering, and it gives you that signature ring in your eye that you might see on some of the other vlogs. The cool thing about this little guy is that it can change color temperature. And what I mean by that is it can get more blue or more yellow tones. Let me show you. See, it get a little bit bluer. So you can match the light in your house. It's great for outdoor use as well because you can match what we call color temperature. And strength. I know that's bright. See, I wasn't going to do that to y'all. Sorry, guys. So those are really super helpful. You'll want to be about 3, 4, no more than 5 feet away from these lights. You only need one. It's going to give you the look that you want at about that 4, 5 feet, okay? Tripods and gimbals. This is the fun one. So I can't stress enough that you have a tripod. Holy mackerel. I love a good tripod. But this is pretty neat, okay? Has anybody ever seen a gimbal before? They're real cool. In the back. So these things come for DSLRs, so the new ones. They've got some DSLR gimbals out that hold your DSLR. Right now, you're mostly seeing them for cell phones and for GoPros. So, and they run the gamut on price, okay? So I've seen them as low as $100, I've seen them as low as $1,300, $1,400. So the way that you use these is actually really quite easy. This is on a small tripod. Okay, so this comes off, and then it's just this little stick. This is going to stabilize your video on the go, okay? And here's how you use this. Typical cell phone, if you need to take off your case, sometimes you need to do that. This just slips right into here, okay? So this is expandable, you slip it right into here. And what you'll notice is that it kind of does a little tilt thing. You have to balance this first before you start to use it, okay? And there's two different knobs to balance this. Your goal is so that it stands on its own like this, okay? So if I were to take my hands off of it, it's not balanced. This is your goal. So in the back here, there's this little knob, this silver knob here. If you unscrew that, this slides left and right, okay? This only takes micro adjustments. You don't have to adjust it too much for it to actually balance out. Come on, buddy. Micro. So it might take you a minute. Ta-da! It's magic. So this knob here, right on the back, this will adjust tilt, okay? Unscrew that, do the same thing. Just up and down. Wrong way. It's like balancing a scale. Ta-da! Then you just turn it on. What the motor is going to do is catch up. Okay? So the motor takes control and is going to keep your camera balanced. So no matter what I do with this phone or this gimbal, it's going to keep it pretty stationary and smooth. The motor compensates for the natural human wobbliness. Okay? There are two modes to this. One is a selfie mode, which it will, no matter what you do here, just like this one, it's not going to move away from this frame. And then there's another mode, which is just a manual mode. Your manual mode is going to allow you to pan and tilt. Let's switch with the M. It's going to allow you to pan and tilt at your own will, okay? So if you're trying to show folks something, maybe you've taken a trip to the Grand Canyon, maybe you've taken a trip to one of the wonderful national parks that we have, pan and tilt that way, or you can just kind of move things around. Wrong mode. So if you just turn, it will turn with you, okay? So two modes. One mode will turn with you and allow you to manually do it. The other one will just follow that one frame to make it stable. And then when you turn it off, it just kind of lays there. All right. Thank you guys so very much. If you would like to, we have our ring lights up here. You can attach your cell phone, take a photo of yourself, take a selfie. What you're going to be able to see is that signature ring in your eyes from these ring lights. They take really cool selfies. You can also come up. This one is obviously balanced for my phone now. You can practice balancing your phone with our other gimbal or this one, either way. But definitely it takes a minute to kind of finagle it if you've never done it before. But I'm here to answer your questions, help you walk through that, and then show you anything that you need to or have questions about. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.